I thought this week would be about learning something new. Instead, it was all about admitting what I have been doing actually wrong. Week 8 was supposed to be back-to-back 5 surf sessions, an intensive week. I was mentally bracing for it. My body was bracing for it, but that's not what happened. What did happen, however, taught me more than any intensive week probably would have. So, quick context. This is week 8 of my 12-week surf and surfskate coaching here in Fuerteventura, and it is the talking vlog sharing about my experience. This episode specifically is about a surf week that didn't go to plan, but I think this is something that actually applies way beyond surfing, because sometimes getting better isn't about learning something new, but it's more about admitting a bad habit, or in my case, bad habits, that you have had the entire time. Well, the plan was 5 surf sessions, but the ocean didn't agree with this idea. Due to the conditions, we ended up with 3 surfs and 1 surf skate session. So the intense week that I was preparing didn't happen how I expected. Day 1 went to Cotillo, beach break, fast, inside, breaking, wave, small. Surfed it before, so it was not new, but it wasn't giving much to practice the turns that I was mentally ready to practice. My surfing level is not on that level to actually practice proper turns on that wave. So for me, the practice was paddling into the wave and kind of pop up in a fading way, which then requires to stall on the top of the wave and basically turn on the wave while you are popping up. Kind of technical, and yeah, this session did show a lot about my bad habits, let's put it that way. Therefore, day 2 was a technical surf skate session where my coach Jonathan actually showed me on a surf skate what I need to practice in order to do it on a wave. The fading aspect, and in my case, my pumping. Let's get back to it a bit later. These surf skate sessions are not even physically difficult or, like draining, but more mentally, because you really need to focus. Every little movements on a surf skate is very visible. So the mistakes that you repeat or create in your brain as a pattern and a muscle memory is something that you need to get rid of. Hence, every little slight move on a surf skate is becoming like a mental game of like, okay, I want to fix this, therefore I have to focus in every single second while I'm practicing it on a surf skate. So my brain will rewire the movement series, and my body and my muscles can remember how to do it when I do it in an intuitive way on the wave. These 2 moves actually helps you to buy time and building patience. Fading angle using the top third and the middle of the wave, so you can read the section before you attempt any kind of maneuver. And this is where it gets actually interesting. There is a common advice on beach breaks: angle your board toward the direction you are heading so the wave doesn't smash you. It works, sort of, but to actually surf a fast wave, the technique is exactly the opposite. You fade the other way, you pop nearly backwards, and you already turning your chest and head where you are going. You stall the board on the top of the wave and buy some time, basically seconds, to actually see what the wave is doing before you commit anything. You need to paddle hard before the wave even reaches you. That 2 extra paddle you could probably replace with a cobra, which also then buys your time to see what the wave does. That's even more technical and even more difficult to actually do, but a very good one to try. Watching the footages from this week exposed my bad habits so clearly. And that is when I realized something about progress itself. Sometimes getting better doesn't mean learning something new. It means finally seeing and fixing what you have been doing wrong probably the whole time. You know, something can give you results and still be working actually against you. That's the dangerous kind of habit. The one that you never think to question it because you do get some sort of result. Week 8, therefore, wasn't the intensive grind I prepared for. My body was actually fine. It's more that my mind got the workout. Catching myself in mid-pattern, that was somewhat hard. Therefore, the definition of progress for me this week was notice the exact moment I default to an old pattern and choose differently. That you can imply actually day-to-day real life stuff. If this resonated with you, not just the surfing part, but finally saying a bad habit you didn't know was costing you, just leave a comment. I read every one of the comments, and subscribe if you want to follow this journey. Next week I will be back with a different episode. Leave you to a surprise.